Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote. I'm so woke, I got sleep deprivation. Belly of the beast giving birth to a nation. You know how I feel to have culture and they take it. It'll never be peace, tell them free the reservation. Till it's backwards, they don't know that they exist no more. Ever try reaching out for help and you just get ignored? Pick up vices like drugs, your child fill a void. They get a youth life sentence for a killing, he was just a boy. Niggas poor, what we living for? Life a gamble, it's like 10 or 4. Police hands around your neck, they just hit record. We in war, man, this ain't the norm. But you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know. Mama on the stage crying. She just lost her only son to gang violence. Pops level 4 yard talking through the fence. Have you ever tried to hug your loved ones through a fence? Have you ever been hated just because your skin? Have you ever worked all week and couldn't pay your rent? Life a trip, I'm trying to catch my balance. Every step feel like I'm walking backwards. Credit card, but God check the balance. I come from where it's rough, that's why my heart callous. They want you to fall weak, that's a war tactic. Look how we live, what's scary than that? What you know about crossing the Darien Gap? Risk your life to live in hell or bury your kids. Either way we gotta suffer and they just get rich. Life a bitch, why I waste time telling you that? Cause if you ain't a nigga like me, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know.
It's going down in Atlanta, Georgia. You're getting ready for the April 12th Passover, hosted by Commander Junior Hunter, you understand? So we're on our way out here to fly the whole Atlanta, let them know what is going down. So stay tuned. How we do it. work don't stop. You understand? The work don't stop.
All day, every day.
City don't know, they gonna know after tonight.
That's right. When you say go, we say go. Pass, baby. Let's get it.
No fighting, ain't no arguing, nothing like that. Nothing but love, right? If y'all want to be part of that, see what it's all about? Both of y'all are invited to the Passover. Okay? So just
We won't let it change us, even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it. They want a fame, they want a clout. That's why they doubt. I got them black, I want a class. And I shut my mouth. This was way before polite, before I came to campsites. I came broken and contrite. I just wanted to live right, clean my soul and give my life. Had to give up all my vice. I got a fog out my head. I was raised from the dead. I put down that weed and I cut off my dreads. For before I could lead, I had to learn to be led. Now I'm a bad motherfucker. Walk around and I straight flex on suckers. No one specific, I'm talking to all of you busters. Straight from the gutter, me and my brother, we the long supper. Now, running it like a conductor. Hebrew Academy, I'm the instructor. 14 written all on my cover. Men of war like we hopped at a Hummer. Just like you wanted my trooper could cut you. There is one camp, there is not another. One West, UPK. One West, UPK. One West, one West, one West, UPK. One what? UPK. One what? UPK. One what? One what? One what? UPK. Me and all of my Oyes, hold it, shit down, right here, all day. Shalom, wagwan, sa, passe, is we, them niggas, yatu, sabe, hey. We gon' change the world, we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it.
Fake love, real hate.
One West,
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you there, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friends' show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, gird you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crackers take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you there, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you there, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get away with adversity. And these days just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I notice the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy. If you ain't in no black, ranked up, I'd give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice from me. I'm bred different. Was never one to die just bullshit. I'm fair different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits. I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you there, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The zeal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, Amistad ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
All right, shalom, 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 Israel. Shalom, Richmond. Shalom, Virginia. Shalom, shalom, Norfolk. Shalom, 757. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right out there. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. All right, we are the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group or any Christian organization. All right, tonight's class is the Lashawan Qadash, or the Hebrew language class. Before we get started, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabarakatham. And to the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashem Yahweh Shah. All right. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. Make sure everybody signs in, name, city, and state for attendance. Baba Pasha. All right. I see we got a couple folks backstage. We're going to bring y'all up in a second. Most High in Christ. This is the Lashawan Qadash class, our true language. The true language, what we would be speaking, should be speaking. All right. If we had not, if we weren't in these captivities that we're in, we were not in these captivities that we're in, we would not be speaking English. We would not be speaking Spanish and French and Portuguese and you name it. We would not be speaking all these other languages if we had been following the law, statutes, and commandments
Right? If we had been following the law, statutes, and commandments, we would have been always speaking our native tongue, the Lashawan Qadash. And so as you come into the school, as you come into the truth, as you understand that your culture and heritage is in the Bible, it's very important while you're learning all the truth and of the scriptures and getting all that Christianity wiped off of your brain. It's always very important to also make sure that we are fully learning our culture, which part of that is the Lashawan Qadash. All right, it's very, very important. We're gonna get into a little bit tonight. All right, tonight's class shouldn't be too difficult. We're gonna push a little bit. But I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. All right, we actually are gonna go over some parts of speech first. We're gonna go over some parts of speech first. I understand, sometimes when we talk about nouns and verbs and prepositions and all these different things, that sometimes a refresher might be needed. So we're gonna go through those. After we get through the characters, we're going to go through, do a quick refresher on the parts of speech. All right, and then we're going to build a particular phrase that I think we're going to start using more and more. We'll get to that time. At that time, we're going to go over maybe a few sample sentences, and then we're going to get into the scriptures. All right, and as you can see by the title, the scriptures for tomorrow's Ibadah Shabbat is Exodus. We're going to be starting in Exodus chapter 13, verse 4. All right, we're going to run through Exodus chapter 14 and verse 31. All right, those are going to be our scriptures for tomorrow's Ibadah Shabbat. So anybody who wants to get started looking at your blue letter Bible, looking at these scriptures, breaking them down, so you can, by the time we get to that portion, you can be practiced up, Most High in Christ. All right. We got a few folks. Let me see again. Make sure everybody's checking in with your name, city, and state. We got my brother, Officer 500 Yagadar, checking in from Prince George, Most High in Christ. Shalom. How about you, Lashawan Qadash? All right. I see a couple more folks backstage. Most High in Christ. We're going to get through these characters real quick. And then we're going to bring everybody up who is there. And again, the link is in the chat. To come on stage. All right, to come on stage and participate. As we always say, it's good. It's great to participate in the chat in the Lashawan Qadash, but it's better to get on stage and actually practice getting that muscle memory of speaking the Lashawan Qadash and getting any correction where necessary, any pointers and things of that nature. It actually gives you the practice that you need, so we can all get to the point that maybe we are speaking this Lashawan Qadash the way Officer 5000 Yerushalayim does. All right, but the link is in the chat. Matter of fact, why not? Let's put it in there one more time. Put the link in there one more time. Let's see. There we are. I got the link in there one more time. All right. So that is there for, again, everybody's encouraged to come on stage. And again, you don't have to necessarily have your camera on, but definitely, everybody's encouraged to come on stage and participate. All right. So with that, like 1 second. If I can find my mouse, there it is. All right, with that, we're going to get into our characters. Let's see, here we are. All right, first you have your ah. All right, first you have your ah. There's your ah on the left in the ancient, and the ah on the right in the Assyrian, right? And all of our characters, unlike the English language, where they just your character just represents that one thing. Our characters represent different things, all right? And the ah represents cattle or oxen. All right, stands for cattle or oxen. All right. Again, we're an agricultural society. So a lot of our that's why if you know anything about the parables that Christ taught, it was often about agriculture. It's often about some type of farming. It was often those type of analogies, those type of metaphors, those type of parables, because that's what was easiest for our society and our communities to understand. Although he did not want everyone to understand, everybody. Maybe I should say a better way to say it is that's what was easiest for us to relate to. All right, easiest for us to relate to. All right. So yeah, stands for oxen or cattle. All right. Next is your ba. Ba. All right. Next is ba. That's your ancient ba in the ancient on the left, and the Assyrian on the right. And the ba stands for Bayath. Bayath. All right. Bayath means house. All right. House. In the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, school is the word for school is Bayath Saparium. Bayath meaning house, Saparium meaning books. All right, house of books. That's why we are a school. All right, and that's what the churches were that Paul set up all around. Those seven candlesticks that it talks about in Revelations 1. All right, those are the seven schools that Paul set up. But that's Bayath Saparium, or house of books. And again, Bayath means or stands for house. Right. All right. Next is your Ga. Ga. And Salaki. That Bayath can mean house or tent. All right. House or tent. Ga. There's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Ga stands for Gamal. Gamal or camel. Right? Camel. Again, that was our society. Again, in the Middle East, farming, animals, cattle, livestock. All right. And camels would have been a part of that as well. So Gamal, Ga, again, the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Right. Next is your Da. Your Da. That's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Again, Da stands for Dalath. Dalath, or door. Or door. And again, it's that triangle. A lot of our characters are pictographic in nature. So that triangle kind of represents that tent, the flap to the tent, which represented the door where you would enter, right? So the Da stands for door, all right? The Da also, when you see the Magun Dawa, or the shield of David, you have a Da intertwined with an upside down Da. That was that was King David's insignia, right? His shield. If anybody has ever watched Game of Thrones or any type of medieval movie or show, anytime a king was sending off official documentation, right? It might be rolled up. He would have a ring that he might dip in wax and then seal that document shut. He might seal that document shut, and that meant that was to inform anyone who received that document that was an official document of that king. So that Magun Dawa, what the world ignorantly calls the Star of David, is actually the shield of David. And it comes from his name, Da Wada. It's just that insignia, all right? But again, the Da stands for Dalath, or door. All right. Next is your Ha. Ha. There's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Right. See some folks backstage. We'll bring y'all up as soon as we're done with the characters. All right. The Ha. Salaki the Ha. It's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. It stands for Hana, which means to behold or to look. But Hana, behold or to look. Next is your Wa. Wa is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. That stands for fish hook. It's pronounced Wawa. All right, Wawa is fish hook. As you can see, that kind of resembles a fish hook. Right? Again, agriculture. We had to fish, we had to farm, we had to hunt, we had to have livestock, we had to do all these things to survive. All right. Next is the Za. Za, ancient on your left and the Assyrian on your right. As you can tell, this Za looks very much like the English letter Z, which was stolen from our language. It doesn't always look this way. Sometimes when you see it, depending on the style of writing, the time of writing that you see it in, it may look like the uppercase I of the English alphabet. Again, both were stolen. Salaki from us. But again, that's the Za in the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And that stands for Zayan. Zayan or weapon. Right? That was another thing. We were also, in addition to having an agricultural community, we always had a military order as far as the rank order and as far as the community is concerned. We're very militant culture as well, which is why the ISUPK has rank and order. All right, we structure everything after the Bible. All right, next is your Cha. Cha, right? That's the one where it sounds and feels like you're scratching the roof of your mouth. All right, Cha. That stands for, Salaki. That's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Right? Stands for Chawama. Chawama, which means wall or partition or fence. And again, you can understand in an agricultural society, it's very important to have fences. It's very important to have borders, not only to protect your community from outsiders, but also important to have lines drawn as to whose land is whose. If we're both farming, right? We may be farming similar crop. We may be farming very different crops, but it's very important to know whose crops these are. All right, it's very important so that it cuts down on confusion. The scripture says the Most High is not the author of confusion, and things like walls and partitions and fences help to minimize the confusion between brothers and sisters, and especially in an agricultural society. All right, next is the Ta. Ta is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. That stands for Tana or basket. All right, Tana or basket. All right. Next is your Ya. Ya. It's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Again, that stands for hand or yad. Yad. You all hear that often when we give the salute. Or right after the salute, you will hear yadyam mata. Yadyam means hands, plural, and mata means down. All right. But yad is what the Ya stands for. All right. Next, you have your Ka. Ka, that is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. So, Laki, give me 1 second, Papa. All right, so Lottie. Did not have my computer plugged in. We were about to have an unscheduled intermission. Sloppy. All right, so this is the Ka, the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. Ka stands for Kap or palm, the palm of the hand. And you can see that the ancient kind of looks like the palm of your hand when you start to look at those lines that everybody has on their hand. It kind of resembles that, right? The ancient is on the right. The upper right is the Ka that you will see at the beginning or the middle of a word. The lower right is what you will see at the end of a word. All right. Ka. All right. Next, you have your La. La. Right. And as you can tell again, the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. The ancient looks very much like the English letter L. All right. It stands for Lamad. Lamad or learn. All right. That's the verb. It can also mean staff, which is the noun. Like I said, we're going to kind of cover some review of parts of speech. All right, we're going to go over nouns and verbs and a few other things. But what you'll also see in our language, oftentimes, not every word, but oftentimes, our words will have more than one meaning. You may have a noun meaning and a verb meaning. And in this case, lamad, right? It can mean staff, which is a noun. It can also mean to learn, which is a verb, right? Next is your ma. Ma. It's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Again, your upper right is what you'll find at the beginning or the middle of a word. Lower right is what you'll find at the end of a word. Means stands for mayum, which is water. Right? Next is your Na. Na is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Right? The upper right is the Na that you'll see at the beginning or the middle of a word. The lower right is what you'll see at the end of a word in the Assyrian. All right. And it stands for Nawan or sprout. And again, you have water, you have sprout. Everything you need, if you want a crop to grow, you're gonna need some water, right? As long as you water it enough, eventually, not enough, but the correct way, eventually it will start to sprout. All right, very, very important. All right, next is your Sa. Sa, ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. The Sa stands for Samak, or to establish. To establish. You can see it almost look like a flag to a certain extent. If you were to establish your society, or establish your ground, establish your land. All right? Establish. Samak. All right, next we have the I. I. Again, pictographic. That I on the left, in the ancient, is meant to resemble your eye, your eyeball. All right. So that's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And again, it stands for ayan, which means eye, literally your eyeballs. Right. All right. Next, you have your Pa. Pa, ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Again, with the Pa, the upper right is what you'll see at the beginning or the middle of a word. The lower right is what you'll see at the end of a word. All right. And that means mouth. Mouth. All right. Next, you have your Tazah. Tazah. It's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Same with this. The upper right is what you'll find at the beginning or the middle of a word. Lower right is what you'll find at the end of a word. All right. And that means side. Tazad. That stands for Tazad or side. All right. Next is Kwa. Kwa. It's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. Kwa stands for Quam. Quam, which means to rise. We have Passover coming up in less than a month. And anybody who is there in Atlanta, Georgia, which is where Passover is, right? You are going to hear Kwam Yasha'Allah all the time. The entire time during Passover, every day, you were going to hear that multiple times, guaranteed. But it means rise Israel, all right? Kwam. That's what that Kwa stands for. All right. Next is your Ra. Ra. There's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. It means Ra'ash. Stands for Ra'ash or head. Ra'ash or head. All right. Next is your Shah. It's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. That stands for Shan, or tooth. All right. That kind of, to me, that's kind of similar to a molar or something like that. That's what they're supposed to look like, I think. But again, Shan or tooth. All right. And lastly, we have your Tha. All right. That stands for Thaw, which means mark. All right. That's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. Most High Christ. We also have Aqua Tazaraj, Shalom, in the building. Aqua Thana and Aqua Thra'aya are also in the building. Most High Christ, Shalom, Yahweh Shemala, Than by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, we got Aqua Tazaraj. Shalom, Yahweh Shemala, Than by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Son by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Christ. And Aqua Tharapa'ah. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Taba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Taba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Good to see y'all. All right, so what we're going to do first is go over some review, probably from our school days. We're just going to go over the different parts of speech. We're going to go over some different parts of speech. It's going to be a good time to get this down in you all's notes. All right. And again, let me put the link in the chat one more time. Make sure everybody got it. We'll put the link in the chat one more again. Anybody who wants to come on stage, which is always encouraged. Right. Lock it. All right, we got Aquath Anah just popped up. Most High Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shemar, Taba Hashem Yahweh Shai said.
Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Taba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Most High Christ. I see you decked out in the virtual mansion again tonight. Most High Christ. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, all right. Aquath Anah says she is on her way. Most High Christ. Be careful and take your time. All right. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I was struggling trying to get the picture backgrounds, so I just got this again.
What you mean you were struggling trying to get the picture background? The UPK one?
I have some saved, but I was trying to upload it from my Microsoft, but it wasn't letting me get the whole picture of it.
I'm not 100% sure what that is.
I don't know.
And you're on your computer, right? You're not, because I know sometimes if I go in with the link on my phone, I have issues.
I'm on a computer.
I don't know. Maybe at the next feast day or something, you bring your computer. We try to figure it out real quick. I don't know, sis. We'll get it. We'll get it figured out though. But I mean, in the meantime, you in the lavish mansion, so that's the one.
God, so it's nice.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Officer 50, Yabakar is in the building. Shalom. Yahweh Shemar Shabrakatah. Good to see you, brother. All right. So like we said, we are going to go over parts of speech tonight. We're going to go over parts of speech. All right. Give y'all time to get this down in y'all notes. It's probably going to feel like some review, but just for clarity's sake, because I know sometimes when we are talking about what's a preposition, a noun, and a verb, that can throw us off a little bit. So let's get where is it? I have way too many windows open. Salaki, y'all give me a sec. All right, wait a minute. Where are you? That. There we go. All right. Hopefully you all can see that. Okay. Maybe I can make it a little bit larger. I have to scroll up some. Hopefully that's somewhat legible. Let's see. All right. Hopefully that's somewhat legible. All right. So these are the different parts of speech we're gonna go over. Okay. Again, hopefully this might give everybody a little bit of clarification. We'll give y'all some time to get it down in your notes as well. All right. So nouns. We'll start with nouns. Nouns are thing. It says things, people, places, or abstract things. What they used to tell us in school was just a person, place, or thing. If it's a person, place, or a thing, then it is a noun. It also gives examples here. You have man, woman, cows, house, playground, idea, or job, or dogs and cats, and cups, and we can name a million different nouns, right? So nouns are just things. Like I said, person, people, places, or things. All right. And we have pronouns. Pronouns are used instead of nouns. Okay. Are used instead of nouns. So instead of naming a person, right, you might just say he or she, right? Instead of naming a cup, you might just say it, right? You might not say this cup belongs to me. You might just say this is his, all right? I mean, this cup belongs to, whomever that brother is. You might just say it's his, all right? Hers, himself, themselves. They're used instead of nouns, all right? Those are pronouns, all right? All right, adjectives. Adjectives. Matter of fact, let's stop right there. I'm going to stop right there for a second. Particularly in reference to pronouns. Who can tell me, and I'm going to ask this openly to see who may be getting what this means. Who can tell me when we have gone over, there's a particular part of speech, there's a particular part of our kind of routine conjugation, if you will, that we would go over. We don't do it every class, but we do it, relatively frequently. Who can tell me which section that is where we go over pronouns?
Slovakia.
Go ahead.
Would that be the beginning?
Meaning the characters that come before other words? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
La-ah. Well, it can be. Let me take that back. It can be, but that's not the primary one. That's not
the lock it, and it's at the end of the word, sir.
Absolutely. Just wait to be recognized next time, all right, sis? But she's absolutely correct. Y'all give her a hand. When we go over the suffixes or the possessive pronouns, all right, those are pronouns that we are going over, which is why you have my and your and his and hers, our. Those are used in place of the name of the person, or specifying the person in a different way. All right. Adjectives. They describe nouns. All right. Adjectives are description words. So it has here pretty, happy, good, bad, long, short, big, small, million different things, ways you can describe something. All right. So those are adjectives. All right. I'm going to scroll up unless anybody is still writing this down. Maybe I'm going to give y'all a few seconds. Again, we're just going over the parts of speech. This is somewhat, basic. Like I said, it maybe even feel like a review from when you were in grade school, right? Public school system. But these are the parts of speech that we need to then start building sentences. Building sentences. Arthur Hyatt said a strong man. Right. Strong would be a way to describe a man. So that would be an adjective. And the man would be a noun. Absolutely. Akwatha Zaracha is in the building. Good to see you, sis. Shalom. Yahweh Shemal Lataba Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right. If anybody is still writing or taking this down, let me know. If not, we're gonna move on to the next section. Absolutely. Aqua Tazara said a cute puppy. A cute puppy. So in that sentence, cute would be the description or the adjective. And puppy would be the noun. Correct. Correct. All right. I'm gonna shut you can't. Yeah, you might want to shut your camera down while you get your son straight. Okay.
Come on, God, sir.
All right, I appreciate it. All right. Next, we have verbs, adverbs, and prepositions. Verbs, adverbs, and prepositions. Okay. Verbs are action words. All right. Where nouns were just things, verbs are actions. All right. So these examples that it have, it says to play, to see, to take, to make, to do, could, swim, did, things that are actions. Drink, as in I'm about to take a drink of water. Slot. These are verbs, all right? Verbs are actions. Something is happening. Now, again, as we were going over the law, as we saw some of our words, some of our characters and our words in the Lashawan Qadash can have a meaning that is a noun and a verb. Right? So lamad means learn, which is a noun, and also can mean staff, which is a verb. Who can tell me how you can tell the difference in which is which?
Salakia, can you repeat that again?
All right, no problem. So some of our words they can be nouns and verbs, right? So the word lamad means learn, which is a verb. It can also mean staff, which is a noun. I'll give you another one. Lacham. Lacham. Who can tell me what lacham means? One of the meanings.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Bread.
Bread. Food, right? Who can tell me what another meaning is?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
War.
Correct. To battle or to war. That can be so bread is a noun. To battle or to war, it is a verb. Now, You can have a war, which in that case would be a noun. You can also go to war, which in that case would be a verb, right? You can be talking about a fight, which would be a noun. You can also be in a fight or be fighting, which is a verb, all right? So the fact that some of our words can be nouns and verbs, how do you tell which ones they are? How do you know if I'm talking about bread or if I'm talking about fighting?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is it like the context, how you wording it?
You hit the nail on the head. Context. You're absolutely correct. Based on the context of how I'm speaking and what I'm talking about, that's absolutely correct. If I say I'm hungry, I want some lachom, I don't think you're gonna think I want to go fight. I'm gonna want some bread. That's the context of it. You're absolutely correct. Y'all give her a hand. Aquatra I got it in the chat as well. Context. All right. Now, sometimes what we've been going over, some of our lists, right? Sometimes we just add words and we're strictly talking about verbs. Y'all have heard me say that sometimes. We are adding to our verb list. At that point, you're pretty sure that everything I'm going to, every word that we're going over is a verb. It could also have a noun meaning, but at that moment, we're going over the verbs. Okay. All right. Next is adverbs. Adverbs. All right. It's describing verbs. So adjectives, if adverbs describe verbs, what do adjectives describe?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is nouns?
It's nouns, absolutely. Adjectives describe nouns, adverbs describe verbs. All right. Most High Christ. Aquathra got it as well. Y'all give them both a hand. All right. So as Aquatazarai said, a cute puppy, that described the word cute is the adjective that describes the puppy, which is a noun. Now, let's use the word run, right? To run is a verb. What are some ways you can describe running?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I could be wrong. To describe running, could you say like take off?
Yes, but I don't want you to think about it a different way. Think about it a different way. That's not exactly wrong, right? But if you were, let's say Kanak is at the playground, right? Y'all at a park, and he's running. He's actively running. What are some different ways you might describe how he's running? Depending on what he's doing. I'm gonna get, you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna give you a different one. Let's say you have, you know who Usain Bolt is?
Salakia, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, do you know who Usain Bolt is?
Both?
Okay, I'm talking about an Olympic runner. So scratch that. I don't think you heard his name. No worries.
Oh,
let's say
yeah.
Okay, you do know what I'm talking about. Okay, most high Christ. Let's say you're describing how he runs versus how someone who is 600 pounds is running.
He's fast.
That's a way to describe how he's running. He's running fast. This other person might be running, but they were probably running slower. Make sense? Most High in Christ. And those are adverbs where you're just describing verbs. All right. That's why here in the example, it has well, badly, slowly, quietly, fast, long. All right. I got it. Fast, absolutely. Most High in Christ. All right. Also have prepositions. Prepositions. All right. Says it shows a relationship. All right. Where do prepositions go? Who can tell me where prepositions go in the Hebrew? Most High in Christ. I got it in the chat. It goes before words. They're going to be attached at the beginning of words, okay? And as this has the descriptions of in, at, of, out of, outside, over, just different ones, right? And of course, we have to or for, like or as, which, cause or sake, from or of, he, the, in, like an and, or I and I am, right? So is dripping an adverb or a verb? Let's see. I believe that could be both. That can be both, right? So if you say the water is dripping, let me see, hold on. You say the water is dripping, that's a verb, right? Okay, maybe. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know if it could be an adverb. I don't know a way I would use dripping as an adverb other than a verb. But it could be. It could also be an adjective, especially with black folks. You could be dripping wet, which describes how wet you are. And you can also say the faucet is dripping, which would be a verb. Make sense? Let me know, Aqua Ryan. All right. And that's a great question because, again, these parts of speech are more about what they stand for, how they're used, than in some cases, these hard and fast rules, right? But it's good to know them because you need these certain parts of speech in order to put things together, as Aqua Tazara was doing in the chat, and Aqua I believe. All right, so excellent. All right, and I think this is the last one. Nope, several. Okay, then we have conjunctions and interjections. All right. Conjunctions connects sentences. So you have and, because, but, thus, while, and then. So it's a little bit different. Obviously, this is English, right? And and is a good example. In the Lashawan Qadash, and is a preposition. The wa is a preposition. All right. So those are slightly different. But again, just basic parts of speech. And then interjection describes a sound, whoosh. What is it? Ah, boo, wow. We don't get into too much of that. All right. But everything else, preposition, adverbs, verbs, adjectives, pronouns, and nouns. All right. hopefully everybody has that. If anybody needs more time or needs me to scroll anywhere in particular, let me know. And if not, we're going to move on.
Salakia, sir, I need to see the bottom.
No sweat. Is that good?
Just the last two.
The last two, conjunction and interjection.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead. Actually, once you get that done, sis, we're going to have a quick intermission before we move on.
Salakia, I'm done, sir. I'm too long.
All right. All right. We're going to stop sharing that. We're going to do a quick intermission. All right. Get everybody off stage real quick. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need to do that. We'll see.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
It's going down in Atlanta, Georgia. You're getting ready for the April 12th Passover, hosted by Commander Junior Hunter, you understand? So we're on our way out here to fly the whole Atlanta, let them know what is going down. So stay tuned. How we do it. The work don't stop. You understand? The work don't stop.
All day, every day.
People don't know, they're gonna know after tonight.
That's right. When you say go, we say go. Pass, baby. Let's get it.
No fighting, ain't no arguing, nothing like that. Nothing but love, right? So if y'all want to be part of that, see what it's all about? It's all right there. Both of y'all are invited to the Passover. Okay? So just know.
All right. Got everybody back up. All right. So we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to build a sentence. All right. We're going to build a sentence. Y'all are going to help me build a sentence. And this is a sentence that I think we're going to start using more in class. All right. That's my hope. That's my plan, that we're going to start using more and get to the point that this is going to be kind of a phrase that we're used to, particularly in the Lashawan Qadash class. All right. So y'all going to help me build this out. All right. So pull it up. All right. Who wants to read that out loud for me, Baba Kashaf?
Slovakia.
Go ahead.
How would you say in Hebrew? In the Hebrew.
Correct. How would you say in the Hebrew? All right. So oftentimes when we're in class, right, it might be asked how you say this, how you say that, right? And that's the first part of it, right? How would you say whatever? Like right now, let's see. Who could tell me? How would you say door in Hebrew?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Dalath.
It is Dalath, all right? So what I'm hoping we're going to get to the point is that we're going to have this phrase that we're going to say in Hebrew, but you're going to hear an English word in there. And we're going to be looking for the Hebrew response. Does that make sense to y'all? Y'all get where I'm going? Kind of like. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. All right. So let's see how we're going to build this out. First, we're saying, how would you say? All right. My first question, who can tell me what tense this is?
Slovakia.
Go ahead.
Is it present tense?
La'a. Who can tell me why?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
It's past tense because they're asking you right then and there. So then you're gonna say what it is.
So I would say it's future tense because I'm asking how would you say something? Right? If you were going to speak this, if you were going to say this, how would it be done in the future? Does that kind of make sense?
Okay, Khan.
That makes sense? Okay, Most High Christ. All right. Because anytime we're asking how would you say something, that's really what you're asking. If you were in a situation and you were speaking, how would you say this? How would you say that? Make sense? All right, Most High Christ. Getting some head nods. All right. So now that we've taken care of the tense, we're going to have to double back to that, right? But it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that crazy as long as y'all If y'all get y'all go to your tenses, all right. We're gonna be moving some notes around. But this is okay. We're gonna work it out. All right. So the first word. Who can tell me what that first word is in Hebrew?
Slovakia.
Go ahead.
It will be Ma.
It would be Ma. Y'all give her a hand. Ma is how. All right. Ma is how. Not what I want. Y'all give me 1 second. Stop doing something crazy. Hold on. Who's that? I don't want that. Bear with me, y'all. It's just threw me off. You know what? I'll go here. I'm sorry. We'll make it easy. All right. So we got the how out, right? What do we think is the next word we want to work on? And I'm gonna give y'all the cheat code. It's not wood. Who can tell me why it's not wood? Most High Christ. Give Aquathana a hand. She is absolutely correct. The next word we will be working on is you in this sentence. Can you tell me why, Sister Na?
I don't know a word for wood in Hebrew.
No sweat. We don't really have a word. So, okay, if y'all remember when we were going over the future tense, right? I think Lamad was the one we were learning. That might be what you all have in your notes as the example verb, right? And so let me see. A future tense of learn is I will be learning, right? But we didn't have a word for will be. We just what is it? We used the conjugation. We used the conjugation to make it past tense. Is this making sense? I'm sorry. I said past tense. I mean future tense. If not, let me know. No sweat. I tell you what. Let's pull it up. Past tense. Stop that. I think this is the right one. Okay. So you all see this. Oh, yeah, it's there. All right. So again, this is future tense. Oh, I'm sorry. For this one, it was give. All right. And the thun. All right. So the first one is I will give. That's a future tense, right? But the conjugation is just anya, anathun, right? That just changes it to a future tense. There is no word for will. How do we know that ah does not mean will? We know what ah means when it's a prefix that way, but this is changing the tense That's why we have on Yah there, right? Just like you will give is a thanathon. There is no will. We just change the tense of the verb. So when we say, how would you say? There is no word for would. We're just going to change the tense to future for the verb. Does that make sense? All right, I'm getting a few head nods. Most High Christ. All right. So we know we're working on. I'm sorry. Did y'all need me to pull that back up? I might have brought that down too soon. All right, everybody too loud. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our statement. How would you say? All right. So we know we already got ma. All right. Aquathanasa. The next word we're going to work on is you. So what's that word in the Hebrew?
Shalaka, you is a thumb.
You is a tha. A tha. Okay. That's the singular for you. A thumb is the plural in the masculine sense. So if you're talking to a mixed crowd or brothers, you or you all is a thumb. All right. But you singular is a tha. All right. But y'all give her a hand. All right. So what's the next word we will work on? Give Aquathana a hand. She is correct. The next word would be say. All right. And who can tell me what the word for say is in Hebrew? Aquathana is in the building, I think. Can't see you, but you click the link. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Lataba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Oh, there you are. The background threw me off. All right, most time. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Lataba Hashem Yahweh Shai. If you saluted, I did not hear. Did anybody else hear?
Talakia, sir.
There we go. Go ahead.
All right. 1 second. I can hear you in two different places.
Oh.
Shalom Yahweh Shema Alathan by Shem Yahweh Shah.
All right. Most High in Christ. All right. So Aquathana is correct. The next word we're going to work on would be Amar. And that would be say. Amar. All right. Now, this is future tense, though. Because we're saying, how would you say something? So what would be the future tense for Amar given our sentence structure? And if y'all need me to pull the future tense up, I can do it again. I think we just lost Aquafina. Hopefully she'll be back. So we know our word is amar. That's the word for say. How would you make that plural, dude? We're talking to you, right?
So, Lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
You're asking, can you repeat what the actual question is? I apologize.
No sweat. Okay, so we're building this sentence, right? The one that you see. How would you say blank in the Hebrew? All right. And so we're walking through. So, like, give me one second. We're walking through the structure of the sentence. Give me one second. Right. Okay. So yeah, we're walking through the structure of the sentence, right? So what we started with first was how, right? And we have ma for how. And then the next one is a tha for you. And now we have amar for say. I'm messing this completely up. Salaki. We have amar for say. But the statement is really in future tense. It's saying, how would you say something, right? And so the question is, how would you conjugate the word amar so that it had the proper future tense?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
So would that be where we add tha at the beginning? So we say tha amar.
That is absolutely correct. Salaki, wait a minute.
No, at the end. So I have in my notes that I'm add a tha at the beginning and a yah at the end.
For which, okay, give me 1 second. I'm over here messing up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me get this straight first. Okay. All right. Salaki, you said you have in your notes what now?
To add a tha at the beginning and a yah at the end.
All right. Which structure, let me see.
Well, now I'm looking at the if my subject pronoun is you in the feminine, I have a tha. And the rule for the verb is to add a tha at the beginning and a yah at the end.
I understand.
That would be a tha amar yah.
I understand. That is correct. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that since we have all sisters here. That's fair. You're absolutely right. Correct. Y'all give her a hand. Y'all give her a hand. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. Aquafina is back. No sign of Christ. Give me a second, y'all. I got way too many windows open. All right. All right, Aqua Tazarah. You see the difference in what we had and what we came to versus what you typed in?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right, let's pull the statement back up. Let's see. Now, what would be next in our sentence, in our statement? We worked on the ma, the atha. We worked on conjugating the amar. What would be next?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Would that be the in the?
Well, if we were speaking it, what would be the next thing out of our mouths?
Hebrew. Oh, Salakia, sir.
I'm gonna help y'all out because I may be confusing y'all with how I'm asking the question. In this, right, those dot you see is a blank, right? So if we were speaking this, the next thing we would say was whatever we wanted somebody to actually say. So if somebody says, how would you say head in the Hebrew? It would be, we would read Hebrew and then we would say the head, and then we would say in the, and then we're going to go back to Hebrew, if that kind of makes sense. And I may be confusing y'all, Salakia, because everybody thought it was in. Let's just go with that, and then we'll jump back to it. All right, so Salakia, that's on me. All right. So how would we say in?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is that ba?
Correct. That would be a ba. What would be next?
Ha. Oh, Salakia.
Everybody agree? Okay, Aqua Thanaz in the chat, she agrees with the ha. Right? You can tell me what would be next.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
So would that be the Baha Lashawan?
Correct. Baha Lashawan. All right.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is the Baha connected with the Lashawan?
Khan.
Okay, Khan.
Khan. And Aqua Tawa Bathers in the building. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Vadabashim Yahweh Shah says. All right. And last, what's our last word? Anybody want to give it a shot?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is it Hebrew?
It would. How would you say it in Hebrew, though? We have Lashawan already. What would be the next word?
Qadash?
Qadash. Absolutely. Y'all give her a hand. All right. Let me see. We're going to stop this. Yeah, and then right after this, we're going to get into the scriptures. I didn't realize what time it was. Good night. All right. This is what we just built out. Who wants to give it a shot in reading?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I can try. Ma. Atha.
Correct.
The right here. The yeah.
All right, so let's stop right there for a second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the root word? Here's what's heavy. You actually answered this correctly earlier when you conjugated. So this is the root. The root word is say. What's the root word for say? You remember?
Amar.
Amar. All right. So the conjugating it in the future tense in the feminine form. Remember you did that? There you go.
The Amar, yeah.
Correct.
Baha Lashawan.
Mm-hmm.
Qadash.
Qadash. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all give her a hand. Excellent job. Who else wants to give it a shot? Don't y'all jump up at once. Now I understand.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Ma, Atha, Tha, Amaria, Baha, Lashawan Qadash.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Excellent. Excellent. Correct.
Slovakia, can I try?
Go ahead.
Ma. Ma, Tha, Amaria, La, Qadash.
All right. Close. Close. All right. You got ma correct. What's the second word? It's the word for you.
Atham.
Atha. Atha. Uh-huh.
Oh. Ma, Atha.
Mm-hmm.
Tha, Amar, Ya,
Mm-hmm.
La, Qadash.
All right. So almost. So let's go. So you got the first three right. All right. So let's go to the fourth word, right? That's Baha Lashawan.
Lashawan Qadash.
You got it. You got it. Excellent. 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 Excellent work. And Aqua Talabas got it in the chat as well. Ma Atha Amaria Baha Lashawan Qadash. All right. So what we said was, bring back up the English. Most High in Christ, they're doing an excellent job, ain't it? Officer Yagadar is giving everybody praises, Most High in Christ. So what we just said was, how would you say in the Hebrew? So the only thing we're missing is a word in the middle, right? The only thing we're missing is a word in the middle. So who wants to answer? Let me see. All right. Ma'atha Ta'amaria house Baha Lashawan Qadash. I can repeat. Most High in Christ. Our Father Nasa, can you repeat? No sweat. Well, let me repeat it one and then I come to you. Ma'atha Ta'amaria house Baha Lashawan Qadash.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Bayath.
Bayath. And that is correct. Y'all give her a hand. Is anybody confused as to how this works? Anybody not getting it? And if so, let me know. I'm getting some no's, so I'm thinking that everybody is getting it. That's what they must be what that means. All right. So I think we're going to try to use that phrase more and more as we are in class. Something that we can again get used to saying it, get used to hearing it, and understanding what we're saying and how it all breaks down, so on and so forth. All right. So with that, I had a few more sentences we were going to build. We're not going to do that because we don't have time. We're going to get to those next time I teach. And so now we are going to just get to the scriptures. Probably got enough time for maybe everybody to get one. Aquathana, do you need to go first?
Come on, sir.
All right, no sweat. Let's see. So, like, if I could, Aquathana, the first one is so short. If you don't mind, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Aqua Tazarite and get it real quick. I think it'll be quick, and then we'll get. But then the second one's super long. Salakia,
Salakia, that's fine. We can do it like that.
You sure?
Come.
All right, Most High Christ. The Water says, I appreciate your flexibility. All right, Aqua Tazarite. Exodus 13:4. You are up. Are you reading on your phone? You are muted.
Salakia, I am.
Okay, no sweat. I just want to make sure before I ask you about the forward inline. Whenever you're ready, sis.
Salakia, I can't see it.
Do you need to see mine, or I thought you were reading on your phone?
Yeah, but I like to see it.
Okay, no sweat. Oh, you know what? I see what you're saying. I ain't bringing it up. Salakia, that's on me. All right. It would help if it was actually on the screen. I understand. All right. How about that?
Thank you.
I am the one. Whenever you're ready.
Yawam.
Yep.
Asam.
Mm-hmm.
Ya. Taza. Yam.
Correct.
Yawam.
Right. Are you starting over?
No.
All right. Oh, huh?
My bad.
I can't hear you. I can't understand what you're saying.
I said my bad.
Oh, okay. So you want to start over?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yawam.
Okay.
Asam.
Mm-hmm.
Ya. Taza. Yam.
Mm-hmm.
Bahadash.
Chadash.
Bahadash.
Yep.
Bayab.
Abayab. Most High Christ. I'll give her a hand. Excellent job. Excellent job. And in the English, Exodus 13:4 says, "This day came ye out in the mouth, it's like in the month Abib." Right? So Aquathana, you ready? You're gonna take verse 5?
Salakia, come, sir.
Most High Christ. The scholar, I forgot who I was talking to. I'm sorry.
Okay. Salakia. Wa haya 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 ha
Wahaya.
kaya ya ya. Is it yab ya ya aka
Yaba Ya'aka.
yaba ya? Okay, yaba ya aka
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh
Mm-hmm.
call. I mean, I'm sorry. Al
Al.
Arataza
Mm-hmm.
ha ka ha ka naya
Hakanaanya. Canaanites.
wa ha Kathia
Kathia. Yep, correct.
wa ha Amoria
Mm-hmm.
wa ha Waha Kaya or Kawaya.
Waha Hawaya.
I said it right the first time?
I think so.
Okay, come. Waha Yab. Okay, wait. Waha Ya Ball.
So let me see.
Mm,
Waha Yaba. Waha Yaba was. Yeah. Ooh. Waha Yaba Wasya. Say that
Waha
right?
Ya. Can you say it again?
Waha Yaba Wasya.
Yaba Wasya. Okay, Khan. Ashar
Mm-hmm.
Na Shabai.
Nashabai, correct.
La Bathyaka.
Lava. Mafika. Yes, correct.
La Tha Lathath or Latha.
Lathaf.
Okay. Laka
Mm-hmm.
Arataza Zabath Khalab
Mm-hmm.
Wad Wad Dabash
Mm-hmm.
Wa'ai Badtha or Wa'ai Badath
There you go. Why but that?
Ath
Mm-hmm.
Ha'id. Okay. I Ha'ai Bad Ha
Hi but that.
Bada. Okay. Hi Za'ath Ath
Haza. Yep.
Ba Kadsha.
Kadash.
No, okay, fine.
Yep.
Haza.
Haza. Excellent. Good job. Excellent. 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 And in the English, Exodus 13:5, and it shall be when the Most High shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites, Slakia, and the Hivites and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep his service in this month. Most High Christ. All right, let's see. All right. We're gonna let you do verse 6. Let's see if we can get the forward inner line. All right, sis. Whenever you're ready, if you can see it.
Shop. Salakia, that's the first one is shop, correct?
The first one is a shot. Yes, you're correct, sis.
Shop. Atha.
Shabai. Yep.
Shabayeth. Yeah. Yeah. Salakia. It's hard for me to see.
That's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's yum yum.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
To call.
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 Mm-hmm.
My Masak.
Matazah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
So you got, what's that first character?
I.
That's a wa.
Wa.
Right? And then you got this one.
Ba.
There you go.
Ba, ya.
So it's going to be wa, ba.
Yum.
Yawam. Very close. Good job. All right.
Taratazar.
So ha is correct.
So
it's going to be, that's a sha.
Sha.
So it's going to be shabya'aya.
Shahabiya.
Ha, shabya'aya.
Salaki, repeat that one more time, sir.
No sweat. Ha, shabya'aya.
Ha, Shabram.
Let's slow it down a little bit. Ha, shabai.
Ha, shabai.
Ya'aya.
Ayaya.
All right. All right. So it's gonna be a ha and a ga.
My words is not even good, sir.
That's all right. So it's gonna be chag.
Card.
All right. And this character is what?
La.
There you go. And what's this word? The word for the Most High. The Most High's name.
No.
What's the Most High's name? You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it.
Yahweh.
There you go. So it's La Yahweh.
La Yahweh.
All right. And that's the end of the verse. Good job. Excellent job. All right. And in the English, Exodus 13:6, 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the 7th day shall be a feast to the Most High. All right. Aqua Ra'ayat. You are up, sis. This is Exodus 13:7. I'm assuming you're reading from your phone as well. Or tablet, or wherever you're reading from. Salakia
Sakan.
All right.
Matazawath, Ya'akal, Af, Shaba'ith, Hayamayam, Wala'ah.
So Salakia, let's go back one, right?
Okay.
Read that again.
Hayam.
Hayam.
I Talakia dropped the A in the middle. Okay, Khan. Hayam Yam, Wala'a, Ya, Wa, Aha.
All right. Yep.
Laka.
Mm-hmm.
Kamataza.
Kamataza. There you go.
Wala'a.
Mm-hmm.
Yara Aha.
Mm-hmm.
Laka. Sha'ar. Bakol. Gaboka. Gabolka.
You said it. You said it right the first time. You said it real smooth the first time. Try one time.
Gabolka.
Gabolka. Absolutely. Give her a hand. Excellent job. All right. In the English, Exodus 13:7. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee. Neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. Again, this is why we make sure we clean out our homes of any leavened bread and leaven at all before we go to the Passover. Most High in Christ. Everybody did an excellent job. Officer Yagadar giving y'all a hand. Aqua Tawabath giving y'all a hand. Excellent work. I said those numbers come in handy. What do you mean those numbers? When we go over the number words, is that what you mean?
Salakia, sir. There was a lot of numbers encompassed in this, and
gotcha.
I've been studying my number list.
Most High Christ, good job. Well, it paid off. Damn right, you can tell. Absolutely. All right. Well, excellent job. Like I said, we're going to be using that phrase. We're going to, we're probably going to go over it again, building it out next time I teach, but then we're going to kind of try to get it in just part of our every class use, normal class use. As obviously Yagadar has said, it was either last class or the time before that he taught that, eventually we want to get to the point where we're just speaking Hebrew, not necessarily 100%, but to the point that we're just more fluid in it, and getting these phrases will help us get to that point. All right. So excellent job as usual. How y'all feeling? All right, I'm getting some thumbs up. Aquatana.
I'm feeling very confident. The list of the nouns and the adjective, that's really gonna help. So
Most High in Christ. Excellent. Glad to hear that. Excellent. Aquathrai.
Salakia, sir. I felt like that was teaching directly to me in that chart. I greatly appreciated it. The water to the teacher, good teacher. But no, I thought it was a Tawab class, and I do like the fact that we have that sentence. So I got it, highlighted in my notes. So
Most High in Christ. Officer Yagadar and I be listening. We be listening to y'all. We don't want glaze over stuff. We'll double back and cover what we need to cover. There ain't no sweat at all. Aqua.
It was Tawab. I have to speak Salaki. I have to speak my my Hebrew a little bit more, sir. So it was
Absolutely. As do we all. You are not alone, sis. You are not alone. No worries with that. I think you got Officer Yagadar laughing, Sister Ryan. All right. Aqua Tazarai.
I had fun. This was fun. You're an amazing teacher, Daddy, and I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too, sweetheart. All right. With that, we're going to get y'all down off screen so we can get to these security announcements. Most High in Christ, the water to y'all. As usual, make an excellent class. All right. Let's get to the security announcements. We had an ISUPK started out at 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. And after this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, found in Numbers 18 and 21 of Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means 10th. And in the Hebrew, it's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. You can give it to the Treasury Department. You can also go directly to ISUPK.com and pay it there. Priest Fund, which is a free will offering for the priest, is not mandatory. It's whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. This is the second day, actually, of the Feast of Purim. So that'll be closing tonight. And then we have the Lord's 56th annual Passover in Atlanta. The Lord's 56th annual Passover in Atlanta. Make sure everybody is getting all your plans, all your funds straight, all your dresses, all your garments, all the logistics. That's going to be here sooner than you know it. All right, we are less than a month away, and those weeks are going to pass very, very fast. All right, so make sure everybody's getting everything taken care of, and this goes as smoothly as possible. All right, and lastly, if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, it needs to be in all black. That's black boots, pants, shirt, headband, and war scarf. All right, you need to make sure you get in contact with the school nearest you. You can Google ISUPK near me. You can also go to ISUPK.com and see the cities where we're located, find the one closest to you along with the phone number. All right. Whoever answers will be able to help you. And if they don't answer, leave a message. All right. Sisters, if you want to be an official sister in the school, you can't be a trooper, but you can be a sister in the school. Get your Hebrew name and help the brothers as we go out in war to try to wake up our people. All right. If you want to do that, if that sounds like something you're interested in, then you need to do the same thing. All right. Call the school nearest you. Let them know that you want to actually be an official sister in the school. If you are in Virginia, sister or brother, and you want to get in the school, 757-550-1204. Again, 757-550-1204. All right. And with that, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Salakia. This message threw me off in the chat. I'm not pulling that up, but the why. All right. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabarakatah. Salaki Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabarakatah. To the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And with that, Shalom Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahweh Shai, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
love.